put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the king's palace. Facing the king's hall. Now the king was sitting on his royal throne in the king's palace facing the king's hall. And when he saw Queen Esther, he was pleased with her and held out the golden scepter that was in his hand. And then Esther approached the king and touched the tip of the scepter. And the king said, "What is it, Queen Esther? What is your request? Even up to half my kingdom it will be given you." And Esther replied, "My petition and my request is this. If it pleases the king, let the king and Haman come to a banquet tonight that I have prepared for him. Bring Haman at once, so that we may do as Esther asks." So the king and Haman went to the banquet that Esther had prepared. And as they were drinking wine, the king once again asked Esther, "Now what is your petition? It will be granted. And what is your request? Even up to half my kingdom it will be given you." And Queen Esther replied, "My petition and my request is this. If it pleases the king to grant my petition and fulfill my request, and if the king has found favour with me, let the king and Haman come tomorrow night to another banquet that I will prepare for him. Then I will answer the king's question." Now Haman left that day, happy and in high spirits. But when he saw Mordecai sitting at the king's gate, who neither rose nor showed any fear towards him, he was filled with rage against Mordecai. But nevertheless, he restrained himself and went home. And calling together his wife Zeresh and his friends, he boasted to them about his vast wealth and his many sons and the many ways that the king had elevated him and the way that the king had honoured him above all the other nobles and officials.
Very good.
But that's not all, Haman added. I'm the only one that Queen Esther invited to accompany the king to the banquet tonight. And I'm the only one that she invited to accompany the king tomorrow night.
Very good. Yes.
But that gives me no satisfaction. Well, I see that Jew, Mordecai, sitting at the king's gate. Now his wife Zeresh said to him, "Have a gallows built, 75 feet high. Then go and ask that Mordecai be hanged on it tomorrow, then go to your banquet and be happy." Now this delighted Haman, and he had the gallows built.